In the winter, you've got to do everything. You got to be almost perfect, you know. But all he needs to do is continue to do what he's doing, win games and be productive and not make mistakes. And that's what he's doing. He's not hurting our defense. He's doing everything we're asking him, and he's getting better as the year goes on. I mean, the things that he struggled with early, he's getting better at. He's making better choices. Instead of throwing into tight coverage, he scrambles for a first down. You know, he'll throw it away in the red zone, or he'll scramble and run a guy over on the goal line. I mean, he's playing smart. To win that award, you've got to play that way. You know, I don't know if I think he's deserving of the conversations, and he's got 3 more weeks, you know, of the regular season. You know, I think he's obviously kind of on the fringe, and if he can do what he needs to do this week and next week and the week after, then can he get there? I think he deserves to be, you know, if he does what he has to do. And I always feel like the guys that are in that play their best football in November. You know, I mean, you can lose that award pretty easy in the last month. You know, I think that's something that he's got to just continue to do what he's doing and not try to do more or less.
So you got a lot of
anything last year. You know, I think, and deservedly, there wasn't a lot of attention on him because he hadn't earned it yet. But, you know, when you do what he's done, you have to have a body of work, and now he does. And if he can keep doing it, you know, and keep winning while he's doing it, then he'll be a guy that's in those conversations, and he deserves to be. I mean, for the people that compete against him, they know where I'm coming from. I mean, he's a lot of running quarterbacks don't throw the ball well, so people put everybody in there, and then they stop him. You know, and that's the thing. Last week he threw for 4 touchdowns. He threw for a bunch against Army and put everybody in there. And teams that want to play back in coverage, you know, that he can run or he can hand off the sweeps or the inside runs to our tailbacks. And, you know, it's a formidable plan when he's playing the way he is.
You think having some TV games coming up, Toledo,
Right.
that championship game, if you're there, will be on national TV or local?
Yeah. I hope so, you know. I mean, I think playing on a big stage and playing well is a big deal to the media and should be. You know, and for our players, that's what they want. They all want to be on that stage. So I know he'll be excited about it. And I mean, the biggest stage he's been on probably nationally was the Iowa game, and he ran the ball well against Iowa. You know, I mean, I know he could throw the ball better, and that was his first start. And from that point on, he has. So I know he'll look forward to playing again.
What does it say about Jordan that he's such a large percentage of your offense and defense knows that he's going to have the ball in his hands most of the time, either running or passing, and he's still able to accomplish what he
Well, I think, you know, a lot of that, too, should go to Coach Carey and the offensive staff. I mean, they do a good job of scheming people to get a hat on a hat in a lot of our schemes, whether it's by using a jet sweep where you have to, obviously, if Tommy's or Perez or Martell's on a jet, you know, you've got to honor those guys because we do give it to them. So we're pulling players out with that, and you know, with our schemes, with the power scheme and the zone scheme, we can get a hat on a hat a lot of times, and then it's up to Jordan to make the one guy miss or run him over. And he's been good at that a lot of times, you know. And I think that's, you look at Kansas State's offense, and they don't go fast like us, but they do the same thing. They try to play the numbers game for their quarterback, and just, you know, hey, how can we get him the throws that are easy for him, and if they're going to take those away, then we know that we can run him, and that's something that we've been able to do.
Do you still feel confident that your other weapons are there for you, just in case?
Well, I think if you look at Martell and Tommy Lee last week, you'd say yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we didn't have Leighton last week; he was out. But Leighton's had some 100-yard games for us too, when the quarterback run game wasn't quite as good. And the tight ends have been making catches for us. Shepler's gotten in the deal here a little bit, and Ikas continues to make catches, and Sebastiano had a couple, Breskison's had a couple here. I mean, we're still spreading the ball around, and I think we're very balanced statistically if you look at what we're doing.
Out of that, Matt,